Welcome everyone to my home and my craft space. This is Charlotte, and this is the first Index Card Friday for the month of February 2024. Do y'all remember when I did the Hobby Lobby haul? I got these hearts. I have opened both packages. I had picked up two packages. I opened up both packages, and so I don't recall the price. I want to say $2.99 on sale for 40% off, but I don't know. We are going to be playing with these today. If I haul it, we need to use it, right? So this is what we're going to be creating is a little envelope. Here is the heart. We're going to be doing some napkin collage work. And there's your index cards. You can write a little love something to somebody. Put it in this little envelope. And then we've got a wax seal on the outside. And then do you remember when I hauled these tags from Hobby Lobby? There were 10 in a package. I went ahead and made a little dangle and attached that, and it goes on there. So I hope that you will enjoy this week's make. I've never had so much fun with Valentine's Day in my life. I've just got to tell you, this is a great scrap project too. So the hearts that we're using, I've pulled out my smaller index cards. The hearts that we're using, the size is probably going to depend on the size of the envelope that you want. These hearts measure just an eighth shy of 3 across the largest point, and then about 2 1/4, maybe 2 3/8 in length. So the reality is this is a 5x5 square. It probably could have gone down 1/4 to 1/2 inch and been a 4, and a 4.5 may have worked. So if you have a larger heart, you're probably going to want, I first tried to do the envelope with a 6x6. It was swimming in it. So I went to a 5x5, and I think it could be a 4.5 by a 4.5 without any issue. So depending upon the size of the heart that you have, that's what you're going to do. And then, like I had mentioned, I used the larger or the smallest of my index cards. These, I believe, are a 3x5. Yep, these are a 3x5. I typically use a 4x6. Before we get started on this, I just want to mention we have a lot of new people, so I've added their names to the draw. But I wanted to mention that Jane Dilly had said in the comments, and I don't know if everybody reads the comments. You know, she's had back surgery. She had back surgery last summer, if I'm correct, around June timeframe. And she's been having trouble with her back pretty much consistently since then. She told me that they put her on new meds, and she had a terrible, terrible reaction to those meds. So if you will please include Jane in your prayers. I would greatly appreciate it, as I know that she would. Also, I texted Phyllis. She is still in the hospital. She's not taking phone calls right now. So that's all I know is continued prayers for Phyllis. Please, guys, please. Your prayer warriors, I mean, it works. And I believe in miracles. They happen all the time. So let's keep it going. Okay, so we have a heart. And what we're going to do is I pulled out one of my beautiful napkins, and I went ahead and I did this one because we need one that we can work on. So I'm going to put that here. We are going to collage On this one, just for those of you that maybe have never collaged on a napkin, you're not really sure how to do that or what to do, I want to show you a trick that I learned from Crafty Irina many, many years ago. If you have napkins, they're going to be probably 2 double ply to triple ply. This one, I think is, I don't know, did they ever tell you? They might tell you. Well, of course they do, and then they put the thing over it. So let's see. These are, yeah, and then it came off. So, all right, well, we're going to find out. So take a piece of Scotch tape. I know some people have their own method of doing this. They can put water on it. They'll split the edge and sit there and fight with it like you see me fighting with stickers. But if you just take a piece of tape, you'll pull that first ply. Okay, this is 3-ply napkin, and then you can pull this off. You can save this and do all sorts of things with this. You can collage or decoupage with that as well. But then you just repeat it, and then you'll see. I might need another piece of tape. But you'll see it will pull. Well, it's supposed to. There we go. I was going to say, come on, guys. And here is, so this was a 3-ply napkin. Once you get your little part started, then you can just pull it apart, and then you're down to your single ply right there. Easy, easy, best tip ever. Why fight with the napkin if you don't have to? So this is a single ply here. This is just a tiny bit tacky, no problem. What do we want? This is a gorgeous napkin. It is Michael's Design Works. I contacted them a couple years ago and asked permission to be able to use their napkins, resell the products. They said yes, and so you don't have to worry with them about copyright. You shouldn't have to worry about that anyway, but I wanted just to make sure that I had permission. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Let's use this right here. So because it is a small piece, I'm not going to worry about cutting it, ripping it. I am today using matte collage medium. I don't know why. Because it's sitting here, because I have it. That's why. Because I have it, and I usually, you know me, I usually use Collage Page, and I just decided I have the medium. Why aren't we using the medium? We can use both, but you know, this is the year where I am trying, if we have it, let's use it. So let's just not have things just sitting there. So I just applied it. If you wanted to, you could paint your wood, because as you can see it's wood. So maybe you don't want to see that. Maybe you would like that to be pink. Maybe you would like that to be white. So paint it. Do whatever it is that you want to do to yours. But this is what I do, and you can see very, very little wrinkles. And then I'm just going to push it down just to make sure that my napkin is adhering. And then I'm going to put this off to the side to dry. Now, when this is dry, I'm going to just apply another coat of the collage medium to this. Okay, nothing to it, guys. That's what I did with this one here. And there's a couple places it's a little bit tacky. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to get started. We're just going to proceed. So now what I'm going to do is, you can take a piece of lightweight sandpaper and emery board. I have a sanding block from the dollar store here. I desperately need to go get another one. I just haven't done it yet, but we're going to use this. You could tear this. You could cut this off. I'm going to sand it off by just going around the edges like this, and you can see it's pretty easy. It comes right off. So we're going to do it all the way around. And if you have, see, I'm sticking. It really could use a few more minutes, so I need to be very careful what I'm doing here, that I don't get my finger stuck to where it is going to rip off. But we'll get it done. It will be okay. I don't want my little pieces on there. You can see how easy this works. Great. But like I said, you don't have sandpaper. You don't have a sanding block. Emery board works great too. So we're going to do this, and then we are going to let this finish drying, and we are going to attach our index card. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? You can clean up your little edges. You can leave them. We'll toss this out. And then we're going to need this again for our index card. But that looks so pretty. Now, because I have to go through the mail, I have to be really careful what I add to this. But you can see, as you're creating this, you can add ribbons to this, lace to this. You could put a snippet on this, buttons. I would love to have done, remember the paper flowers that I got from Hobby Lobby, that haul? I would love to add flowers to this, but I can't get them in the mail. So for that reason, I'm not doing that, but you easily could do that. So you want to make sure before we add our index card that you get your glue all the way to the end of your heart, because you don't want your edges coming off. We are going to do the same process of sanding, and so you don't want your edges to come off, and you don't want to rip that when you're sanding. And then I don't focus on where the center is. I just try to make sure that I can get my line straight. That's really all I'm going to focus on with this, is getting my line straight and hoping I have not stuck to the paper here. And then I just kind of push this down, try to see where my edges are to make sure that they're adhered. And now I'm going to give this a few minutes to dry while we create the envelope, which is easy. So there, that part is done. So now what we want to do is take our 5x5. I could cut it down to a 4.5 by 4.5 just to see, but there's no point. We'll just, this is a 5x5. Double check. Yep, a 5x5. And what I want to do is find the center. So I'm going to take a pencil and a ruler, find where the center of this is by taking my ruler from one point to the other, and then just drawing a line, turning it, and doing the exact same thing with the other points. And then you know, right in the center there, that's the center of your page. So looking at this, I think, I'll try to see. It really is not going to matter because you're not going to see much of it. I will get that stamp though, and so that'll be good. We'll go this way. Okay, so you're going to take your left tip You're going to touch it right to that center X and fold it, burnish it so you get a nice fold. Turn it and do the exact same thing. Touch those tips together and burnish. And then figure out which end you'd like up. Because of this stamp, I want this end up. So I'm going to round my corner. You don't have to do that. And I need to see where this line is because that's going to tell me where you can come up as high as you want, but that's going to tell me where my center is. And as you can see, I came up about 1/2 of an inch into the fold. So you're going to burnish this really, really well. Then you're going to open this up because see this bulk? We don't want the bulk. So hopefully you can see where these folds are right here. We're going to cut that little corner off and I'm going to cut it inside the folds. Just like this. So you're going to have something that looks just like that. And then that will get rid of that the fold bulk that you get because you don't need that. Just like that. Okay. So now when we fold this, you have a nice crisp fold, and then I'm going to take an eraser and we're going to get rid of this line because we don't want to see that either. We don't want that. So that's gone. So now we're going to glue this. Here is our envelope. We're gluing this, making sure you don't glue your envelope closed. I've done that before. Y'all know me. I can get myself into some trouble. I hope everybody's doing great. It's been a wonderful, wonderful week. Lots of fun. Now, if you wanted to fold this over, you could. I would fold it just down to the fold line here. But this would be, look at that. It's so pretty that this gets hidden. But this would be so cute on a journal page with the wooden heart in it. It would be adorable. And it doesn't have to be, we're doing this for Valentine's. Doesn't have to be for Valentine's. You could, I mean, a heart can go anywhere. It can go into a book for Mother's Day. It can go into just any journal. And I can see where this was just a little bit tacky, but she's okay. I'm going to cut the bulk off of here because we have to sand. We don't need the bulk. If you wanted to, you could take this leftover and create a tag with it. This index card right here is perfect for a tag. This is what it looks like when you clean it up, so you can easily use it. If I was not using the Hobby Lobby tags with the heart clipped right here, then I would have used that index card, and you would have used the index card then 2 ways, which would have been nice. So I am going to sand this. Just doing the exact same thing that I did. And you can see you're going to get a really clean finish doing that. It's way easier once you've clipped your paper down to achieve that instead of having had that whole page here. It just makes it more difficult for on yourself. Okay, just a little bit more. I'd love to know what y'all are working on. I know Beverly's working on a bunch of cards. She's got people coming up with birthdays. And that's another thing. Do we have February birthdays? let's check and see, guys, if we have February birthdays. So we are done with the sanding block. If you are happy with the way it looks, then you are done with your sanding. There's your index card. You can write a really, really cute message on there. There is your heart. Now, I had taken and I made some wax seals, and I like to have the glitter that shows up in the center. Can you see the heart? I had thought about putting a wax seal on the heart, and then I decided to put it on the envelope instead. So what I did is I took some of my trim from Angel Dream Crafts Kim, and I decided to put a little bouquet of flowers on there. So that's what I did. Don't let me forget to pull out the birthday book and see what's happening. So I think we're going to put that right there. This would be really, really cute with a lace snippet. It would be just really cute with some ribbons. You could drill a hole and make this a hanger if you do Valentine trees. I know that there are several people that keep a tree up all year long, and it goes from being Christmas to being Valentine's to being Easter. It just goes on and on, which I think is really, really cute. So now, because I have the glitter from the wax seals, I'm going to glitter the heart. Now this, you can buy just glitter eyeshadow at the dollar store. You don't have to go out and spend money to do anything like this. I first had gone around the edges with this, and then I thought it looked so pretty I just went over the entire top. But can you see the difference? Hopefully the light is picking that up. This glitter is nothing special. It is actually from Temu, and that's why I say go to the Dollar Tree. So I did that. See, isn't that really, really pretty? And it will stay because of the collage, the collage. What do you call that? Collage medium. But what I did then is I just went over the whole heart. It is Valentine's, guys. So why not? And typically, well, I should have done it before I put the little flowers on, but it isn't going to matter. We can get around the flowers. But just go around that. See how it picks it up? I'll move it in just a second in case the light's not getting it. Depending upon where the collage is, where there's more collage, there's more of the glitter. See, hopefully you can see. And I like that because it's not all even, which is good. Can you all see that? Isn't that just pretty? So the heart is done. Okay, so now we have our envelope. We can put our heart in here, and you're going to see what I mean. It will fall all the way to the bottom. That is why I'm saying a 4.5 by 4.5 for this particular size heart. Or if you were with me when I did the Grabby Advent Calendar, there were several boxes that had pink paper shavings in them. This would be adorable with some pink paper shavings and then the heart like that. I didn't do that because I won't be able to get all that through the post. So that's the reason. I don't want to show it if I'm not going to do it. All right, so now you can see on this one, we have a love you. We pulled our stamp out, and we have a wax seal. And what I'm going to do is cut this like a banner. Let's see. We want this color. Maybe we'll use this darker color on this one. I'm going to cut this like a banner, and we're going to put love you on it. So all I'm going to do is come in from a point to the center, and then we've got a banner, and then I'm going to get out my stays on, and this love you stamp comes from this set right here, this Stampers Anonymous from Tim Holtz. So this is the one we're going to use. Get out our ink. There we go. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's see if this will cover that there. Yes, we're okay. All right. Sometimes I can get a little heavy-handed on the ink. So that's all we needed that for. So we are going to glue this banner down. Don't need a lot, you just need to get it, make sure it's where we want it, move it while you can, and then I'm using Fabrifix on our little wax seal. Just like that. Okay, while that's drying, we're going to work on our tag. I'm going to be sad when we're not doing Valentine's anymore, guys. It's just been fun. So what I decided to do was this just was not enough. I wanted more, so I cut this ribbon off. And I went and I pulled a couple die cuts. I had this little die cut here, and then I had this die cut. And so I decided to make kind of like a little dangle. So we are going to punch a hole with our crocodile and grab one of the little eyelets. Let's see. Just like this. So, come on, eyelet. Oh, I've got the wrong. Okay, hold on. I had the wrong size on there. So, yeah, now we're good. Okay, and then that, to me, that wasn't enough. I wanted like a dangle. So, let's see. I don't want it too long. So I'm thinking maybe something like that, but I want the corners rounded. I like that you can see a little bit of the postage stamp on this one. Okay, and again, we want a hole and an eyelet. So cute. I think we're only going to have one more week of being able to do Valentine's, and then we have to move on. There's no Irish in me at all, so I never celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to have to be thinking about what we're going to do. Is it probably wouldn't be too early for Easter because Easter's in March this year. It is, I don't like it when it's early, but yeah, it's in March. Okay, so we want these layered. And so we're going to go through, take our ribbon, we're going to go through this heart. Then we're going to go through this heart. And if you don't have hearts, you don't have die cuts, just cut freehand cut a heart, or just do some dangles with your scraps. Just something to have a little motion, a little interest in some movement. You can just take a plain tag and on the back use your leftover index card. How cute is that? You don't need anything fancy. Look at that. It's just cute, right? So yeah, you don't need any special tools. You don't need anything fancy. If you have stamps, you can just take and stamp love or whatever sentiment you want on your tag and include it. Let's see, did I get that? I think I did. Yep, I did. So look at that. Isn't that just cute? Cute, cute. And then all I did was take and put this right behind there like that. Just cute, cute. So guys, that is our project today. I clear this away. We've got the mess. That's our project, and now I'm not doing what I did last week when I forgot our giveaway. Shame, shame, Charlotte. Just, that was bad. Bad, bad. So, but I managed last week, guys, to sit and make several of these. So I'm really, really happy we've got this many to give away today. Aren't they just cute? Just really, really a cute card for anybody. I love them. So, all right, first one. Let's see. If you are new here, I just want to tell you that because this is Valentine's, I need your address. If I don't hear from you by next week, I'm giving these away because we don't need to keep them. Okay? We don't need to keep them. So first one. And if you are new and you are watching, just go into Etsy and shoot me a message with your address. You can get into my Etsy in the description box below. No problem. Happy Mail Magic. All right. Happy Mail Magic. There you go. And second one. How about Mary Crafty? Hello. All right, and I just love this. Brenda Clark. All right, I know Brenda, you're gonna love that. Okay, and Margaret Fisher. I know Margaret, you're gonna love this. No, we're upside, okay, well, no, okay, we're upside down. That's all right. Let's go to, how about Aunt Kathy? Love that. So far, I haven't pulled anybody new I put in. Where are you? Oh, here we go. Penny's Crafty Creations. Okay, I have no address for you. Penny, you have until next week. If I don't hear from you, this is going back up for grabs. It's just, I have to do it because otherwise I'm going to be sitting here. Sorry, your name came out, Miss Margaret, and I don't want to lose it. So let's get that in there. Okay, we have last one is going to, how about Kimberly Malloy? You are also new. So we've got 2 here I need to hear from this week. Otherwise, they're back up for grabs. It's just how it has to be. I don't want to hang on to them. So we've got these cute sweeties, and I probably, because we have the one that needs to be collaged, I probably am going to make another one. So there'll be at least 3 next week, possibly, depends on how much time I have to mess around. Let's get to birthdays. Okay, Jane's birthday is the 2nd of February. And Melissa's Coloring and Multitask is also the 2nd. Those are all the February birthdays I have. If you have a birthday in February, please let me know. We'd like to acknowledge you. So guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Stay safe. And prayers for everyone. Okay? Big, big hugs. Bye, guys.